Wheaties present Dimension X.
Adventures in time and space, transcribed in future tense.
Dimension X. On stage tonight, Dimension X. Another in the Wheaties' big parade of exciting half-hour presentations.
I don't mean to be too personal, mind you, but have you found out how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11? It's really very easy to find out, you know, and it's mighty worthwhile. Now, what you do is this. Come breakfast time some morning real soon. Dish yourself up a bowl of Wheaties. Crisp, golden flakes, 100% whole wheat. Add some fruit, add milk, and you'll be getting some real nourishment. And at 11 a.m., I think you'll begin to understand why. Because Wheaties have it. The whole wheat energy that makes such a difference come mid-morning. Wheaties have it, and it's for you. Now, see if you don't look better, feel better, smile easier every day that breakfast begins with Wheaties. I know, I do. See for yourself how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11. It's amazing, really.
Do you remember when you were young, how your elders would tell you bedtime stories about the man in the moon? Well, tonight we have a different kind of story to tell about him. A story of suspense in the unknown world of the future, where anything can happen.
Attention. Attention. This is the Federal Bureau of Missing Persons calling all local agencies. Attention. This is a coded report nationwide. Missing since 9 o'clock this morning the following persons. Smidgley Jonathan, 5 feet 8 inches tall, brown hair, brown eyes, mastoid.
Hello.
Hey, get off this wavelength. This is a restricted band.
Hello.
Look, whoever you are, you're on a coded wavelength. Now tune out. This frequency is reserved for the Federal Bureau of Missing Persons.
Hello, Earth. This is the moon calling Earth. Hello, Earth.
This guy's loony. Transmitting room.
Jake in transmission.
Jake, this is Charlie in the code room. Some crackpot's on our frequency.
Yeah, I heard him, Charlie. I've got CQ trying to trace it now.
Yeah, well, hurry it up, will you? Some ham's in for a good stiff fine by the FCC.
They ought to take his license away. Oh, here comes Lenny with a directional fix.
Hey, Jake. I checked it 4 times.
Why, this is impossible, and you know
I
it.
can't help it.
Hey, what's going on down there? How about it? Get that ham out of my killer cycle.
Listen, Charlie, that interference is being beamed from 240,000 miles away.
Oh, now, Jake, you know there ain't no such thing as 240,000 miles away.
Oh, yes, there is, Charlie. Straight up.
Straight... Hey, now, wait a minute.
Charlie, that signal's coming from the moon.
Are you nuts?
Somebody might be bouncing it like a radar signal.
Radar on this frequency? Where did you study basic radio?
Listen, flathead, you asked for a fix. I gave the best fix our instruments can find. Now take it or leave it. Somebody on the moon is calling the Bureau of Missing Persons.
Mr. Timken.
What's the sweat, Charlie? Shouldn't you be broadcasting?
Now, listen, Mr. Timken, you know I'm a sober citizen, right? Never once have I broadcast with the smell of alcohol on my breath, right? In all your 12 years here at the Bureau, did I once...
What's the matter, Charlie?
We're picking up a message on our wavelength.
Well, did you report to the FCC?
I ain't got the nerve.
Well, what's wrong?
You'll scream when you hear this, Mr. Timken. You'll jump right out the window, but we are getting an SOS from the moon. That's got it. Started on voice and switched to Morse.
What did he say?
Let's see now. Can you read me? Help Otterburn. Will contact when the moon is in phase.
Otterburn.
Sounds like a name.
Otterburn. Holy jumping Jehoshaphat.
Hey, where you going?
To talk to the chief.
Hey, now, wait a minute. What are you going to tell him? We just got a CQ from the man in the moon?
That's exactly what I'm going to tell him, Charlie.
What? Oh, no. This is too much for me. Let me have O'Brien on the city desk, huh?
One moment. O'Brien speaking.
Seamus?
Yeah?
This is Charlie Starbuck down at the Missing Persons Bureau. You want a hot one? No kidding. This'll cost you a beer, okay?
Shoot, Buck. I'll stay in your wavelength for 30 seconds.
Yeah, okay. We just got a radio message from the moon.
What?
From the moon.
Call me back when you're sober.
Okay, Seamus, if you don't know a story when you see one.
I'll send you the name of a good psychiatrist. So long, Orson Welles.
Orson Welles? Hey, how do you like that? He don't believe me.
Otterburn, Mr. Wade. Does that name ring a bell?
You're the man with the photographic memory, Henry. What about Otterburn?
Cornelius Otterburn, atomic physicist, reported missing from his home in Baltimore on June 5th, 1945, just 5 years ago. Vanished completely.
Are you trying to tell me you really think there's something to this man-in-the-moon business? Henry, I'm surprised at you. This is some crackpot trying to jam the airwaves.
But the name Otterburn is so unusual.
So are a lot of names.
Mr. Wade, I have a theory.
Henry, you always have a theory.
But, Mr. Wade.
Out, Henry.
Mr. Wade.
Out. I'm busy.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Henry. Oh, here, take this folder of reports for the death file.
Oh, yes, sir.
And no more nonsense, eh, Henry? I appreciate that you have a very dull job filing old missing person reports, and I appreciate that you take an active interest in the affairs of the Bureau. But, no more nonsense, hmm?
No, sir, Chief. No more nonsense. Oh.
Pardon me.
Hmm?
Are you Mr. Henry Timken?
That's my name.
Permit me, Jefferson Philo, scientific feature writer. May I have a moment of your time?
Certainly. Just sit down at my desk right over here.
Thank you. My, that's quite a stack of papers.
Filing. I'm the records custodian of the Bureau. 12 years and never misplaced a record.
Magnificent. Now, Mr. Timken.
Yes?
Mr. O'Brien, the editor of the Star Ledger, said I might drop by and investigate a rumor. Only a rumor, mind you, that a message from the, moon?
Well, we aren't certain it's from the moon. It may be a bounce. They have bounced radar waves off the moon, you know.
Yes, I know. I wrote the first newspaper article on it.
Oh, really? Well, I'd be interested to read it.
I must have a copy in my briefcase.
Well, don't bother.
Oh, but I insist. There you are. I'll leave it on your desk.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, about this message from the moon, Mr. Timken.
Well, we don't know for sure, as I said, but I believe that this message, wherever it originates, is from Cornelius Otterburn.
The physicist?
Oh, you know him.
I once wrote an article on his contribution to nuclear mechanics. A brilliant man, Otterburn, years ahead of his contemporaries.
Well, whoever is sending those signals, if he isn't on the moon, is at least using the moon as a sounding board, bouncing the signal.
But why, Mr. Timken? Why?
Look here, Mr. Philo. If you will come here tomorrow night at 8, we may learn the answer to that question. I have arranged with Charlie, our radio man, to let me use the equipment.
May I consider this an invitation?
You certainly may.
Very well, sir. Until tomorrow night, then. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Philo. Goodbye. Lack a day. Now, let me see now. Well, that's funny. Where did this list of names come from? Paul Aarons, astromathematician. Robert Simons, electronic engineer. Carl Parker, mining specialist. Oh, this must have got mixed up with the papers on my desk by accident. It's a peculiar list of names. Most peculiar. Good morning, Charlie.
Oh, hi, Mr. Timken. I see we made the papers.
Oh?
And how? Mr. Chief steamed up about it.
What did the paper say?
Mostly ha-ha. Here's the Herald.
Oh?
Oh, brother, what a panty.
Uh-huh. Oh, dear. Oh, my. No wonder Mr. Wade is hopping.
About tonight, Mr. Timken, I don't know.
Now, you promised you'd give me a key to the radio room, Charlie.
Yeah, but I didn't expect this.
Listen, Charlie, we've got to find out if there's something to that message. If Otterburn is alive somewhere and radioing for help, it is...
Hold it. Time for the morning broadcast. We've got quite a list today.
Well, do you mind if I listen a while? We may hear Otterburn.
Oh, I ain't self-conscious. Stick around. Attention. Attention, this is the Federal Bureau of Missing Persons calling all local agencies nationwide. This is a coded broadcast. The following persons are missing. Aarons, Dr. Paul, 5'5", brown hair, brown eyes, scar on left side of chin.
Aarons?
Thick glasses, occupation astromathematician. Missing since 6 o'clock this morning. Being sought by Bel Air police.
Charlie.
Repeat, Dr. Paul Aarons.
Charlie, shut it off a second.
Oh, now, listen, Mr. Timken. It's okay to stay, but you can't interrupt.
This is important. Now, what time was Dr. Aarons reported missing?
6 a.m. We got the report from Bel Air less than an hour ago.
Are you certain, Charlie?
Yeah, positive. What is this?
Charlie, what's the next name on the list?
Let's see. Simons, Robert.
What?
Engineer. Came in less than 20 minutes ago.
20?
What's the matter with you? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Nothing, Charlie. Except that last night, quite by accident, someone left a list of names on my desk, and that list included the names of those two men who weren't reported missing until an hour ago.
What? Yeah, that don't sound right to me.
It isn't right, Charlie. Which raises a question. Who would make up a list of missing persons before they were missing, not after?
Dimension X will continue in just a moment.
You know, friends, when I talk about Wheaties Breakfast of Champions, I mean something like this. Champions do eat Wheaties because they feel Wheaties give them energy they need and because they just plain like the way Wheaties taste. And even though they are champions, that isn't unusual. Sort of the way you and I look at it, isn't it? Here's Ed Prentice with a perfect illustration of my meaning.
Now, young man, will you tell us what you do for a living? I pitch. You what? Pitch. You know, baseball. When you have a baseball team, you have to have a pitcher. I'm a pitcher. I pitch.
Oh, yes, I see. And are you on a team?
Yes, sir. I'm on the Cleveland Indians.
Cleveland Indians, What is your name, young man?
I'm Bob Feller, and you know it as well as I do, Ed.
Sure I do, Bob. It's good to see you. This makes your 14th season playing with the Indians, doesn't it?
Yep, Ed. 14 years.
Well, tell me, Bob, how long you been eating Wheaties?
Oh, about 20 years, give or take a couple.
You mean you started eating Wheaties before you started playing ball?
Why, of course. What's so strange about that? Most people start eating Wheaties before they get to playing ball. In fact, most people never start playing baseball. You don't have to be a ball player to enjoy the lift you get from Wheaties with milk and fruit.
You're right as rain, Bob. No champ ever said a truer word about Wheaties, breakfast of champions.
And you say this list of names was left on your desk accidentally?
I believe so, Mr. Wade.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, it's hard to say. Mr. Philo left some papers from his briefcase.
Mr. Philo?
A science feature writer.
I see. You were the leak on the story, then?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm afraid I was. I didn't think it would be treated as a laughing stock. Well, we'll deal with that later.
What's this Philo like?
Well, he's strange. Bald, thick glasses, tall, seems to know a great deal about scientific data, but being a science writer...
Is there any other possibility?
I don't know. But I do believe that this is all hooked up with the broadcast from Otterburn.
That seems like a very remote possibility.
A missing persons bureau deals in remote possibilities, Mr. Wade.
Henry, I do not require a statement of policy. What's the theory?
Mr. Wade, I have discovered that each year literally thousands of persons vanish, leaving no trace. They are never located. Where do they go? Nobody knows. And they disappear in interesting cycles.
What sort of cycles?
Occupations, for example. One year we'll have a run on, say, coal miners. Next year the proportions of engineers increases. Then scientists...
What do you think happens, Henry?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Wade. But I'm beginning to suspect that somebody else has discovered the same phenomenon. Even to the point, perhaps, of being able to predict who will turn up among the missing next.
Philo?
I don't know. But I would like to find out.
And you think Audubon may be a part of this picture?
I definitely do, Mr. Wade.
Henry, do you honestly expect me to buy an idea like that?
Well, it's more than an idea. The two top men on this list are missing.
Maybe so, but the rest of them aren't. Parker, Watson, Gibbs.
Well,
I saw Parker in the restaurant where I had lunch today.
Yes, sir, but
and if
look...
you think I'm going to make myself a laughingstock by putting any belief in such a crack-brained theory?
Well,
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hello, Wade speaking. Yes? Yes, I see. What name? Just a moment. Henry, let me see that list again.
Oh, yes, sir. Here you are, sir.
Go ahead. I see. I'll get back to you. I guess I owe you an apology, Henry.
Yeah. Sir?
Carl Parker was just reported missing.
Parker?
The third man on your list.
Holy mackerel.
Exactly. Henry, perhaps I've underestimated you. Maybe this time you really stumble onto something.
What do you intend to do, Mr. Wade?
I don't know. I haven't thought it out yet.
I was planning to listen for another broadcast tonight in the hope that Otterburn might try to contact us again.
I'll join you.
I also invited Mr. Philo, the science feature writer, you know.
I'll be glad to meet him. I'm beginning to get interested in your Mr. Philo.
Mr. Wade, you don't think...
That he's mixed up in this? I don't know, Henry.
Well, Mr. Wade, let's contact the police.
No, Henry, I think we're better off keeping this between ourselves for the moment. I don't want the police laughing at the Bureau if you're wrong.
I don't know, Mr. Wade.
Besides, there may be more danger than you realize. Let's keep it quiet. Shall we, Henry?
Yes, sir. I didn't realize there was any danger.
O'clock. Friend Mr. Philo was late.
He said he'd be here, sir.
Moon is almost in direct phase. You can't wait much longer. You'd better switch on the set.
Yes, sir.
I'll have to light in the hall for Mr. Philo when he comes. Are you getting anything?
Well, just some foreign stuff.
Programming from Johannesburg, South Africa. We continue in Africa.
Oh, no, dear. That's a very peculiar transmission sound. That sounds like something. See if I can work the selector here.
The moon is in phase.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I'll try to return. Hello? Hello?
Hello,
hello, do you hear me?
I get you now. Thank God.
Who are you? Can you hear me? Who are you?
This is Professor Cornelius Otterburn. Hello?
Go on, I hear you.
Not much time. They're on to me. They've located my sending point. You hear me?
Go ahead, keep talking.
I've only enough oxygen for a few minutes more.
Well, where are you?
I'm on the Earth side of the moon. You get that? The Earth side of the moon. A volcanic crater.
Good Lord.
Start that recorder, Mr. Wade. Go on, explain, please. Explain, please.
Closely. There's an Earth colony on the moon. There is an Earth colony on the far side of the moon. Made up of renegade scientists and criminals. Professor Ernst Holzman.
Holzman, he died in an insane asylum in 1938.
Professor Ernst Holzman discovered nuclear rocket power in 1935. Turned his plans over to escaped inmates of the asylum. They took off and set up a colony on the far side of the moon in 1938.
Go ahead. We're recording you.
Each year, they recruit new colonists from Earth. Slave labor, mostly. Some women, scientists. The oxygen problem is a big one. I was kidnapped in 1945.
Yes, we know. Keep talking.
They wanted me to work on atomic drive with their flying discs. Hello?
We're still getting you. Go on.
6 others and I escaped.
Speak louder.
Not much oxygen left, getting weaker. We pulled what little oxygen we had. The others, dead now. Thank God I reached you. You've got to stop them. Stop them.
Stop who?
The moon colony, planning to take over the Earth. Listen, they have agents on Earth. Hear me?
Agents on Earth? Where? Who? Hello? Hello?
Agents in...
Henry, look out.
There's a light.
Someone at the window. Get down.
Henry, are you all right?
I think so. Oh, his shot smashed the transmitter.
Strike a match. Careful.
Whew, that was close.
I got a look at him. From the description, it was your Mr. Philo.
Well, we got a recording anyway, but not the most important part of the message.
Henry, we've got to get you out of here. You said they have agents. Philo's probably one of them. He'll be looking for you now, trying to kill you.
The police,
You
Mr.
think
Wade.
the police would believe a fantastic story like this? People being kidnapped to the moon as slave labor? Moon colony planning an invasion of the Earth? Henry, believe me, they'd clap us into straitjackets before we could finish.
We've got to do something.
We need time to get proof.
Well, we can't walk out of here. Philo's probably waiting.
We can only figure some way. Wait, I know.
How?
Listen. There's a service elevator that leads to the basement garage. My car is there.
Mr. Wade,
By
let's
the
call
time
the
the police get here, we'll be dead. You think Philo will wait outside all night? Come on. This is the basement. Come on. Keep to the side.
Yes, sir.
Shh. Here's the car. All right, Henry. You open the garage door, then jump into the car. We'll make a dash for it.
But where can we go?
I have a farm outside Chevy Chase. It's private, miles from the nearest neighbor, and completely hidden by trees. We'll run for that. Go ahead, start the door up.
All right, Mr. Wade.
Quick, jump in.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Cross your fingers, Henry. We made it out all right. Anything doing?
Well, there's a blue coupe behind us. It seems to be following.
I'll cut up Pennsylvania Avenue and out Route 1 toward Baltimore.
It is following. He turned with us. Can you go faster?
Not much faster.
He's gaining on us.
I've got an idea. Hang on, Henry.
Yes, sir. Why did you stop?
Turn off the lights, quick. It worked. He shot right past us. Now we'll double back and go out another route. I think everything's going to be all right now. We can be at my farm in less than an hour.
This place is really out in the wilderness, Mr. Wade.
You can stay here indefinitely till we figure out the next move. Just up this dirt road now, there's a big abandoned wheat silo on my grounds. It's down in a hollow where it can't be seen except from the air. And even then, the oak trees shield it. It'll hide you out there. Now, we can leave the car here. We'll be able to see. Come on.
How did you ever find this place, Mr. Wade?
I've always liked seclusion. Came up here to get away from it all. There's the silo.
Oh, it's certainly well hidden.
There's a small door around the side. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Oh, careful of those bushes. It's hard to see them in the dark.
Do you suppose Philo will find us?
I assure you, Henry, that Mr. Philo will never find us here. Not in a million years. Here's the door.
It's pitch dark.
Hold my arm. I know the way. Just a few steps up, then another door.
Yes, sir. Steel. This is an unusual silo. Double walls, wood outside, steel inside.
Completely fired. An army couldn't wreck it. We're inside the inner shell. Careful. You're in a circular room. Stay here a moment. I'll go outside and see if the coast is clear. In a moment, your eyes will become accustomed to the darkness. I'll bring back some food and water.
Well, don't be long, Mr. Wade. This place gives me the willies.
I'll just be a moment.
Yes, sir. Mr. Wade. Mr. Wade. I swear I hear something. Mr. Wade! What's that? There is something. Good Lord. There's someone in here. It's locked. Oh, no. Oh, this must be a light switch. Oh, thank God. Oh, no. People. 10, 15, 20 of them. Mr. Wade! Help! Help!
Will do you no good to shout, Henry.
Mr. Wade, where are you?
Outside, speaking over the intercom.
Mr. Wade, there are people in here. 15 or 20 of them. They're sitting like statues just staring at me.
They won't hurt you, Henry. They've all been drugged. They're even more helpless than you.
Yes, but who are they?
Permit me to introduce them, Henry, since they're currently unable to introduce themselves. The gentleman seated before you is Dr. Paul Ahrens, the astromathematician.
Ahrens?
Next to him is Mr. Robert Simons, electronic engineer.
Name's on the list?
Yes. They've all been recruited for work with Professor Halsman's group on the moon.
On the moon? Then you're one of them?
Of course. You'll turn around, Henry. You'll recognize the drugged form of your old friend, Mr. Philo.
Philo? But I thought...
That he was part of the conspiracy? No, on the contrary. His stooping made it necessary for me to include him.
Yes, but the man in the window, the one who fired the shots.
An agent of mine, the pilot of this ship.
Ship? What ship?
This silo is a camouflage for a rocket launching platform. In a moment, the roof will slide back for the rocket's takeoff.
A rocket ship?
In exactly 70 hours, you and your companion will join Professor Otterburn on the moon.
But you can't do this to me.
We have done it, Henry.
No!
You see, there was another name omitted from that list, which
No.
I carelessly mixed up with your papers. That of Henry Timken.
No!
Bon voyage.
I won't let you do this! You can't! Please let me out! Let me out, please! This can't happen! Let me out!
Attention. Attention. Missing since 8 o'clock last night. The following persons. Timken Henry, age 45, height 5 feet 8, brown eyes, slightly balding.
Tonight, Dimension X has presented The Man in the Moon, an original story by George Lefferts. Featured players were Louis Van Rooten as Henry Timken and Santos Ortega as Wade. Your narrator was Norman Rose. Music by Albert Berman, engineer Bill Chambers. Dimension X is produced by Van Woodward and directed by Edward King. In a moment, we'll tell you about next week's show. And now, here is your Wheaties man, Frank Martin.
Everybody knows whole wheat has vitamins and minerals in quantities. Sure, no great trouble figuring that out. The trick is in making the whole wheat into crisp, toasty flakes like Wheaties, with all the good whole wheat things still in them, and with all the good, natural whole wheat taste. Well, do you know how the Wheaties people do it?
Testing, check, testing. Fuck it. Good morning, people. How are we today? You'll have to tell me, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know from nothing. I don't know. I know that tomorrow's my last morning show for a while. I know that much. I know that it's going to be real hard to stay out of depression in the next couple of weeks, but I'm going to try my hardest. Yes, sirree, Baba Rooney. Yes, sirree, Baba Rooney. That's what I'm saying. What am I saying? I said it. I ain't saying it again. All right. Yes, sirree, Baba Rooney. I said it again. I said it again. Don't make me say it again. Because like twice is, okay, 3 times, maybe 8 times is about as many times I'm going to fucking say it. So don't ask me any more than 6 more times. Or maybe 7. Or what the hell, anytime, I don't care. What was I saying? I don't, it doesn't matter. It just 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 doesn't matter. What movie? Anyways. So we got Throwback Thursday here. Did you say Throw Up Thursday? Yeah, that's it. That is correct. Throw Up Thursday. So you're supposed to drink too much on Wednesday night so that when you're here on Thursday morning, you can throw up. No, really. No, really. Oh. Let's see. I watched Inner Space yesterday. Finished watching Inner Space. And then last night I put on Future World. And before that, gosh, what was I watching? Oh, right. Inner Space. Time. Seems like a little time. City Slickers. That's what I watched. City Slickers. Good old City Slickers with Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal. Good, great movie. Great movie. Some great, I love a good Daniel Stern movie. Anything with Daniel Stern in it, I love to watch a good Daniel Stern movie. He's my kind of guy. He's just a great, he does a naturally good, tall, geeky guy. I don't know. Good old Daniel Stern. I remember watching him as a kid. You know. And my biggest impression was, wow, this guy's just a normal guy. That's what I liked about Jackie Earl Haley, right? To me, he was just a normal guy. He was just one of the regular kids on the block, right? That's what I loved about Jackie Earl Haley Jr. Jackie Earl Haley. Alex Haley Jr. No, that's Roots. James Earl no, that's Darth Vader. He could have changed his name. He could have changed his name when he became an adult and gone from Jackie Earl Haley to Jack Earl or Jack Haley or something. Jack Haley, right? That would have been actually a cool name, Jack Haley. But unfortunately, like me, he wasn't a regular guy. He was kind of odd and different. And so therefore, he had trouble getting parts. He had trouble getting acting roles after he grew out of his cute weirdness, right? I had the same trouble. I had trouble finding friends after my cute weirdness. So I uploaded the week of the 16th of December is now loaded. So I'm uploaded through the 20th. So today I will be uploading Dimension X for the week of the 23rd. And hopefully by today, by the end of today, by the end of tomorrow, I will have all of that week uploaded. 23rd. So that's the week of Christmas. So 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. So the week of the 23rd to the 27th, I've got to do a Christmas video time machine. Last night I was actually slow to get started on my video time machine. I was watching an episode of Columbo with the wife. Good stuff. Hey, good morning. Packing for the trip. All right, Joey, packing for the trip. Gonna be driving, going for a drive. Driving to Florida, Flow Rider, cruising down to Yo Flow. What up? Yeah. Right on, man. I envy you guys. To be young and mobile. Something I am not either of. I am neither young nor mobile. It's all in how you feel, man. Well, I feel like shit. You have to feel young, but I feel old. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, yeah, Bloodline Maintenance, man. I'm glad you liked it. That's some good shit. That first song. That first a cappella song, man. Oh. Yeah. It's like every single song has got like a heart-stabbing message, right? Yeah. That's a great one. I'd love to see him do some of those songs live. That would be great. I think right now he's doing a tour with Innocent Criminals. I think they're doing a get back together thing. That'd be neat because I've never listened to Innocent Criminals. I don't know from nothing. So, but that's the way I do things. I like to leave things for surprises. You know, albums from people I've heard every album except for one. You know, that's awesome. And then I've got something to look forward to still. I've still got a new album to listen to. Yeah, but they've been defunct for 20 years. Yeah, but I haven't heard that one album. Yeah. So I like that with books and tapes and movies, especially movies. A lot of movies I haven't seen. I want to, just haven't seen them yet. Going down, I got a good friend in Florida. She moved from Oregon, Washington area down, drove through Southern California, and then shot out through Arizona and drove all the way over to Florida in a U-Haul. And now she's been living in Florida for the last year. It's been about a year, actually. It's been about a year. And, yeah, she's awesome. One of my favorite people on the planet, Fasha. Gosh, if I thought it was possible, I'd get you guys connected so you could say hi to her. And that would be weird. A third-party hello from a stranger. That would be weird, man. That would be so... I mean, you showing up here at my house after a couple of weeks of YouTube, that was weird. Coming back and hanging out for a week, that was weird. But yeah, if you met one of my friends on the other side of the country, that would be weird. But hey, weird is my middle name, so... Totally. Yeah, I think she lives in Fort Lauderdale area. I think. Don't make me for sure on this. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be just the next couple of weeks. I'll be working on uploading YouTube programming stuff. I'm just looking to get a couple of months out. I think I went over it in my head. And if I do 1 week of programming every 2 days, then I can get 4 weeks done in 1 week, and then I lose a week. And then I get 4 more weeks and I lose a week. And then I get 4 more weeks and I lose a week, right? So in 3 weeks, I should be able to get 9 weeks. And that'll be just enough to be 2 months out. And I'll go through about 12 weeks to get there. Yeah, what the hell's he talking about? I don't know. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. It's just that I'm talking. That's the important thing. Yeah. Because that's where the therapy is. In fact, I was talking to my daughter on the way home yesterday. I went and picked her up from her commute home. She came home a little late because they stopped off for sushi. She said, "Oh man, it's not as good as the one up at our house." It never is. It never is. It's too expensive and it wasn't as good. It didn't taste right. That's it, honey. You get used to stuff in your own little bellywick, and that's it. That's all you want. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to only want what you can get at home. So we're talking about career choices. You know, she's like, "I don't want to go after a master's. Oh, it's been hard enough just going for this bachelor's degree." And in order to get in order to be a psychiatrist, right, or a psychologist, she would have to go after a master's. And I said, okay, well, don't worry about it right now. Go after your bachelor's, and then if you decide you want to go back to school, use one of those other degrees you've got. Use your liberal arts degree. Go back and study art, music, that kind of stuff. And then pair that with your bachelor in psychology. Pair that with a bachelor in art. Huh? And then work with animals and older people. And then try to pull all of that together. I mean, right? One day you show up at an old folks' place with a couple of dogs, and you and your dogs hang out and do, therapy. And then another day you show up with your art stuff, and they pull out their easels and their paintings and stuff, and you do paint. I mean, go on tour with a band as their psychologist, right? She's like, there's a lot of different things you can do if you think about it in more than one way, right? So I'm just trying to help her broaden her horizons. Fine, don't stay in school, but if you're going to do something different, then go after something different, I said, start looking into what you can do with a bachelor's in this and a bachelor's in that, You can always go after your master's, right? Always, baby. Totally. This is not the only time you might be in school. You may graduate with your bachelor's and be out of school for a little while and decide to go back after 2 years, after 5 years, after 10 years, after 20 years, right? You may get your bachelor's in psychology and then go after a bachelor's in something else. One degree does not make the person, right? You don't necessarily have to be a one-degree person. She's already got 3 college degrees. She's going to have a bachelor's degree at university. Why not go back for another bachelor's degree, right? You go back, you take a few art classes in college, and then you go to university and you finish off and you get a degree in art. Boom, bang, bing, bang, boom. You get enough art so that you know what direction to take yourself in further in art, or you know how to teach art, right? I mean, it doesn't take much to teach people to paint who aren't going after a painting degree. They just want to learn how to paint, right? You don't need a fancy freaking art school degree for that. You don't. You're not out there to create artists. You're just out there to help people paint for therapy. So, yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what she's got up her sleeve, you know. Ah. Yeah, if you're still there, Joey, you get a chance to listen to some of that Lucas Nelson Promise of the Real. There are a few great songs on, let me grab their stuff there. Okay, here's a couple of them. Here's the first record here. This has got a lot of great fucking tunes on it. This is a great LP here. It's got this. Every song on here is just fucking righteous. It came with a 7-inch 45 with acoustic versions of a couple things. There's a song called Simple Life, Out in LA. Oh my gosh. A Few Stars Apart. This one is just, this one's got a lot of emotion in it. It really does. Yeah, I just saw Throwing Away Your Love, which is beautiful in concert. Oh, yeah. A lot of the stuff that he does live is from his first album. And it's just phenomenal stuff. Oh. Yeah. Lucas Nelson, Promise of the Real. Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose music that I was going to see live or artists that I was going to meet before I would pass away, he would be one of them. You know, that EOL stuff, that bucket list. He's one of those people that I would just love to meet and hang out with, get high. I'd love to hang out with somebody like Big Sandy and his Fly Right Boys. That would be neat, to spend a night in a bar drinking and shooting pool and playing guitar, right? That would be fucking awesome. If I was going to have a birthday party for myself, I'd probably want those kids from Starcrawler to be there, right? Because they're all energy. And they're fun. And there's nothing better on your birthday than a lot of fun. Yeah. There's a few artists that I would, rather than see them in concert, I would rather hang out with them. I would rather have the opportunity to hang out with them rather than see them in concert. Music or no music, just to sit and bullshit, right? I did put my glass screen in there. You could hear it suck through. Anyway, good morning, people. Tomorrow is my last show for a while. I'm going on a temporary hiatus for personal reasons, doing some dental procedures. So I'm going to be gone for a while. Pardon my absence, but I gotta go. That's just all there is to it. I'm looking to make this as short a hiatus as possible. as it looks right now, the shortest I can possibly make this would be to come back at the beginning of the year. And that would be the shortest. Granted, I might come back talking through my teeth like my jaw's wired shut, but I may come back. I'm definitely going to be gone for about 3 weeks. Definitely, George. Definitely, Rita. Good dog, Rita. Good dog, Rita. Yeah, so I'm going to do that and get that done, taken care of, and get back. While I'm gone, I will be working on a few original content projects, a music video for my pal David, and I want to start a documentary about none other than yours truly, Yo. I think what I'm going to do is expand on the first documentary that I did about me, called Hi, They Call Me Mike. And I think it's going to be Hi, They Call Me Mike, but I prefer Michael, right? And I think that is going to be my formative years, my wonder years, right? The 80s, back when I was a teen and I had the world by the balls. Because didn't we all back then? Yeah. Excellent. Most excellent. All right, I'm going to go warm up my coffee and then come back and do this bong hit. So load your bongs and warm up your coffee, people. It's But I'll tell you what, if you're going to listen to some of that Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real, and you don't know of Willie Nelson, I would suggest that either before or after you listen to Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real, that you listen to the best of Willie Nelson, right? Listen to something from Willie Nelson. Let's see, I think I've got one here. Okay, here's one. Here's a Willie Nelson. And this is just Willie Nelson. This is just Willie Nelson, 1985. Nightlife. Funny How Time Slips Away. Crazy Arms. Healing Hands of Time. Yesterday's Wine. Today I Started Loving You Again. Rainy Day Blues. San Antonio Rose. Heartaches by the Number. Born to Lose. Hate. Oh, Have I Told You Lately That I Love You? One in a Row. Good-Hearted Woman. Help Me Make It Through the Night. This isn't one of those classic Willie Nelson albums, but it has some great fucking songs. It doesn't really matter what he does. It's just great music, right? It's real music. And that's what's great about Lucas Nelson, is it is pure songwriting at its finest. It is the finest songwriting at its purest. It's just good stuff. And Lucas Nelson, born and raised to be a musician and songsmith. He is the extension of Willie Nelson. He is the continuation of Willie Nelson. From the moment you first hear him sing, after having heard Willie Nelson, you're just like, it's like it's like Willie Nelson was cloned and then given a new life to play with, right? It's just crazy. It's crazy. Crazy arms. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, I got hot coffee. Hot. Hot, hot. I got a bong hit here. I got me a bong hit. Well. Crazy, man. Crazy. Okay, so what am I going to do today? Probably the same thing I do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Gee, Brian, that's great. Yeah. Because I think I can. I think I can take over the world from right here. From just right here in this room with my little piddly-ass YouTube channel. I can take over the world, right? All it takes is for one person to tell 10 people. And then for those 10 people to each tell 10 more people. Like that. There you go. So if you're watching, tell 10 people. And tell those 10 people to tell 10 people, and yada, yada, blah, blah, right? If we do that, we can all join in together here, get together on the same page, and take over the world. I don't want to do it alone, right? I want us all to take over the world. Humanity should take back the world, right? Let's make it a thing, man. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it, man. Black Sabbath kicks ass. Woo! Sweet leaf. All right. Enough of that shit. No, really. Let's take over the world, man. We can do it. We can do it, man. Algorithm right now is just freaking out going, is he serious? Is he crazy? Is this, what is this, terror? What's going on? See, it didn't suck through that time. Yeah, use the screen, dummy. But it's just a piece of glass. Sure. Sure. Yeah, sure. 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 I've been eating a lot of junk food lately. Trying to pack on the pounds. Figuring I'm going to lose a few pounds after I lose my teeth. It's just going to be, first of all, difficult to eat the first couple of days. Pain's not an issue. It's not the pain. I have more pain dealing with my teeth now, right? I've had teeth yanked out before. Teeth getting yanked out is not the issue. A painful tooth in your head is an issue. Once it's removed, that's not an issue. I'm just ready. I'm just ready. I think I got dogs to deal with here. Gosh, I hope not. I know there's somebody outside screwing around. Ooh, I want to make an address rock. I want to get a big tombstone-sized rock. I think they're lying around all out here. So, in fact, I think I've got one in mind. It's kind of a wedge of a rock, kind of tombstone-shaped. It's really flat on one side and kind of rounded on the back. And it's flat on the bottom, like it will actually stand up. Yep, there's a dog. So I'm going to do that. There goes Spyro Gyro. Sam just went outside. He come out of my daughter's room. Of course, she had him she had the dogs, all the dogs, all night long. 3 dogs, 3 little dogs. She's like, I'm taking them all to bed with me. And she goes in there and plays video games all night. Finally passes out at 2 or 3 in the morning or something. And they love it. They love to just hang out with whoever's either active or it's like, now it's early. Whoever's still asleep, that's who they want to be with. They're just great pals. They're just great pals. Totally. I mean, like, for sure. For sure. So, I really don't have much more going on today past uploading stuff for the channel, right? Keeping the video production rolling along, making sure that, yesterday I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I just finished off 11 episodes of The Whistler for upload. That's pretty cool. That's 11 months because that's a monthly episode. I only put that one out every 4 weeks, right? So I need to do a bunch of different shows that I do weekly and get like 10 to 12 episodes done of those weekly shows, because like I said, it's going to take me 3 weeks to get 9 weeks set out, and I'm going to have to go through a couple of weeks to get there. So 3 weeks, I'm going to lose the 3 weeks that I've loaded. So that means I have to get at least 4 weeks loaded, 4 weeks worth of content loaded up onto my channel every week. That's 1 week in 2 days. It's a lot of work. Psst. Stop it with the licking. You're gonna make a wet spot. Making a wet spot in my brain. All I hear is minum, 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 minum. Dogs. You gotta love them. Because if you don't, well, then you don't, and that's not right. Yeah. I wish I was packing to go on a trip. In a way, I am. In a way, that's what all this is. This is all me packing to go on a trip. Every movie that I watch right now is a movie that I'm taking with me. Psst. Every book I read, everything I do, every experience I have, it's just something I'm taking with me on my journey. The last journey. You gotta stay upbeat, because if you don't, then you're on the downbeat. So I just fell into the downbeat. Well, I'm hoping to see my friend David today, because I won't be really available for a couple of weeks. And I like to have something to work on so that when I come back and say, hey man, what's going on? Talking through my new teeth, I'll have something to show him. Something that we can work into a music video, right? And I'll try to give him a list of shots that we definitely need for. We need an opening shot, an opening sequence, about 10 or 15 seconds of that, and then we need a closing sequence, closing sequence, 10 or 20 seconds of that. Let me deal with this dog here. What's up, boy? You wanna come in here? You wanna come up here? Come in here. Come on. Up here, buddy. Let me straighten this up. This is not good, Sam. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Don't get up there yet. Don't get up there yet. I won't do it. Because if you get up there, then no, Sam, see, I can't get this underneath you. Yeah. All right. We'll put it underneath you later. Here's your blanket. No patience. No patience. I don't need this pair of pants. Yeah. So just a few more pieces of video, I think, from whatever he gives me. I'll just have to make sure that, look, we need these shots. All right? We need these shots. If he has time and the prop while he's here at some point, if he comes by today, then maybe we can do those shots. Right? And then get his wife to help do the last shots. I need a shot of him getting in the car and turning on the radio and taking off. I need a shot of him singing to the music a little bit. You know, I need to have him kind of bopping around and then mouth a couple of words. You know, like you're listening to the music and you kind of sing along a little bit. You're not really into it, but you sing along a tiny little bit at one point. And I just need a little snippet of that, a couple words out of his mouth that line up. Just a couple. I don't want this to be about him singing through the whole thing. I don't want to hear, I don't want to see any of this. It's about the video. But at the same time, that one little turn on the radio, bop it down the road, blah, 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 I want you. And that's it. That's gone. Next shot. The end. I think the end, we'll try a couple of different end shots, and I'll see if he can capture those end shots. You know, let's put him on a city bus bench and get him from across the street, setting the TV down, or sitting there next to him on the TV. Maybe he and the prop sitting there on the bench, and then he gets up and walks away and leaves the prop there. I don't want to involve the bus because that's going to be too much of a hassle. You know, the bus pulls up and the prop is gone. That would be great. But how do we get a shot like that? You know, first of all, you got to wait for the bus. And then whoever is, I mean, literally, he has to leave the prop, get up from the bench, walk away. The bus shows up. He's going to have to run back into the picture, grab the prop, and then follow the bus away, not getting on the bus. So it looks like the prop got on the bus and left, right? That would be a great ending. I don't know how to get that shot. Other than do just that. Wait for the bus. When the bus shows up, you know, you run up from off camera and grab the prop, and then as the bus pulls away, you run away with it so that we never see you on camera, and the prop looks like it got on the bus. So I think that would be a neat ending. And then, of course, the best ending would be a final shot of the prop in the back window of the bus looking out as the bus pulls away. That would require getting on the bus, getting into the back seat, and then doing that shot and getting that shot from a stationary, pulling away, and then have to get that shot from behind the bus. And I don't even know if there's a back window on this bus, or if there's a back seat in the back window. So again, there's that. but it's less than a 3-minute song. It's only a couple of minutes long. The amount of material that we're going to get is going to be enough to do 20 of these, 30 of these videos, which is why we're going to play with the speed and condense stuff down. Well, let me check my doors here. Well, it's Thursday. Tomorrow is the last day of the week, and it is the last show for hopefully just 3 weeks. Hopefully just till the first of the year, and I should hopefully, if I've got things planned correctly, I should be able to come back in a limited capacity vocally, right? Which means I'll be talking through my teeth and trying to get used to speaking again through a new mouth. So, I blinked. It's a long blink. Yeah. Music video. Just the little 18 seconds that I've created, I'm real happy with. I have no music yet, so I don't know where to put it. I know that the music and the video are going to be telling almost two different stories, kind of, which will be interesting. And they kind of jibe. They're kind of like two different ones. It's going to tell two different stories, but it's the same story, really. Same story told from two different angles. The angle of the music and the angle of the video. You listen to the music and you think one thing, and then you watch the video with the music, and then you're going, oh, well, this is different. This is a different way to think about the music. The video will be a little bit longer than the song itself. Because that's the way I like to do it. I'm going to limit the credits at the end to just one page flashed up there for like 5 seconds. That's it. Just a real quick whoosh, and then it'll be one page with all the stuff on it. That'll be new. I'm used to rolling end credits in a big dramatic cinematic deal. So I'll have to do music video style, which means a caption at the beginning and a caption at the end for about 10 seconds. 10 seconds of caption that says this is the song, this is the artist, this is his label, year, that kind of stuff. And if I'm really, really lucky, he will honor me with doing another video for him. If I'm super fragilistic, loco, crazy lucky, then he'll make me his exclusive video guy while I'm alive, right? That would be brilliant. Even better would be the video guy up here, you know, the one that people go to get a video made. That would be beautiful. I don't know that I could do it as a job, right? I don't know that I could do it as a business and charge people and say, okay, this is how much I do for videos this long, and it's, you know, every 15 seconds is this. I don't think I could do that. Make videos is what I could do. Sell myself, sell my stuff, I can't do that anymore. That's not why I'm on the planet. That's not how I want to spend my remaining time, however long, days, months, weeks, years, you know, hours, however long. I don't want to be a guy worried about how much he's worth, right? Earning a living. You know, let me do my little jobs to make my little amounts of money to take care of the few bills that we have. That's, you know, as much as I want to be responsible anymore. Been there, done that. All it got me was ulcers and depression, worse insomnia. No more. No more, no more. I'm gonna heat up my coffee real hot, and do about 3 bong hits just back to back. Yeah, maybe one good one. So, the last few days, my wife has been under the weather. She's had a little bit of a cold. Of course, in today's political climate, you can't mention being sick without people going, right? Because they're all fucking morons. But yeah, she's got a cold. So, she canceled a couple of jobs, or a couple of, jobs, visits to people's homes, to help them with stuff. So she put that off. And she made some homemade chicken noodle soup. And it's to die for. I said, I made a little Jewish penicillin, huh? And she's like, what? ¿Qué? ¿Qué es eso? Jewish penicillin? Forget it. But it was good stuff. Good stuff. You put them noodles in it, man, it just sucks the liquid right out of it. So it's always important to keep extra broth on hand so you can fill that thing full of broth again, do a little seasoned touch on it, reheat it, and you're good to go. So I had that the other night. Last night, however, I got up after sleeping about 4 hours during the middle of the day. I was down about 4 hours. I probably slept about 2.5. And I had to take off to get my daughter. So she ate dinner on the way home with her friend and got sushi. My wife just is eating chicken noodle soup by the bucketful. I'm like, all right, no more chicken noodle soup. So I stopped at Arby's and got a classic combo and scarfed that down when I got home. And I was up until about 1 a.m. Mainly because I wanted to sit here and get as much done as possible. And I did. So, yay me. Yay me. Yay me! Hey, yay me, what's up? Ooh, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot. I know. I am going to put on some music today because I don't think I have any reason to leave the house. And I actually think I'm going to put on some of this Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real. If my friend stops by, I might actually pop on one of my new records and open it up. If he's going to be here a little while, why not? You know, that's a cool thing to do when a guest comes by and says, hey, let's open up this record. You want a drink? Yeah. Anyways, I am a Philistine. No, I'm not. I'm a fascist. No, I'm not. I'm a crazy man. I'm a crazy man. That's it. That's me. Crazy man. That's the chicken. Oh yeah, maybe. Been smoking a lot lately, mainly because I won't be smoking for a couple of weeks. Well, we'll see. Sometimes what I'll do when I'm not allowed to suck, like after a tooth extraction or something, I'll go a couple of days and then I'll do a gravity bong so that I don't have to suck. I just make it out of a plastic bottle submerged in water, and you know, you light the bowl and pull it up, and the water pulls the smoke down in, and then you pop the bowl off and you just jam it down like that, and the force throws the smoke up, and all you got to do is inhale, right? Simple stuff. But I figure I can go without smoking. I mean, smoking isn't all that good. Smoking is what kills. It's not the marijuana. It's the smoking that does it. So if you're going to do it, don't smoke. You know? Don't smoke, Johnny. Don't do it. Listen to Yul Brynner. Don't smoke. Don't do it. It's not good for you. Don't smoke. It will kill you. It'll kill me. It'll kill everybody. Don't smoke. That does not sound like Yul Brynner. Sounds like his donkey cousin Mule Brenner. He always sounds like that. Yeah. Jeez. This guy's harsh. He's harsh, man. Every once in a while, I'm uploading educational films onto my channel, and I'll come across one that has just too many copyright hits on it. And it's like, oh man, I can't fix this. And I gotta yank it and put something in its place. So I keep a lot of backup films lying around. It was a good one, too. It was on Halley's Comet, 1985. I actually got to look through a dark glass up at Halley's Comet. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the eclipse right around the same time. There was a solar eclipse right around the same time frame as Halley's Comet. I remember Halley's Comet was just this fucking streak in the sky that was just kind of weird, and for a few days it was just in the sky, you know. That was weird. That was weird. It looked like a little tear. Yeah, it was weird, heavy stuff. But I was kind of bummed that I couldn't upload that one, you know. I was like, all right, well, let's delete the parts or quiet the parts that are a bummer. And it popped up, and it was like bing, 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 bing. And I was like, oh, fuck that. First of all, it's going to take too long. And second of all, what's going to be left, right? So I put something else in its place. What did I put in its place? Points of View, which is a half-hour photography class film hosted by Ansel Adams, a great photographer like John Muir, right? Wilderness Man, Ansel Adams was like wilderness cameraman, and he just went around and photographed nature like you would not believe. Look up some Ansel Adams photos. Just great stuff. Just great fucking stuff, man. So a lot of the film is these beautiful shots of nature live, right? In black and white. All of his stuff was done in black and white. Just great stuff, you know. It's like a frozen John Ford film, right? Just beautiful stuff. And mainly he did the Pacific. I believe his deal was the Pacific Northwest. The Pacific Coast, I believe, was where his stuff was. He really focused on this area, just like John Muir. I wish I had time to learn more. Right? I wish I had time on this planet to learn more about the planet, about the people, about nature, the animals. Yeah, rather than travel around, I would probably rather move into the mountains somewhere on a big piece of property with a nice big cabin where I could be surrounded with all of this shit and my dogs and my family, and then just kind of live out the rest of my days like that. That would be great. Like I said, this is pretty much it. I'm just the wrong location. I want tall pine trees, foggy mornings, dew hanging off the trees, wolves baying out in the moonlight, you know, wild animals everywhere, all the time. That'd be great. Walk down to the stream, cast a line, bring home a fish. Here, Mom, here's dinner. You know, sit down, have a pipe and a book. Watch a little old movies on TV. I mean, pretty much do the same thing, but have like nobody around, and just have nature all up in your face 24/7. That would do me good. Home cooked meal every night. I might even take up drinking. You know, a little sip, a little smoke, a little relaxation. I'm dreaming again. I'm going to start drifting off into my own world. If I start mumbling, be sure to say something. Hey, Mumbles, shut the hell up. Good dog, Rita. Definitely good dog. Good dog, Rita. Yeah. I'm telling you. I think I said it already. I told you. Yeah. Oh, what is that girl's name? Oh. Where is she? Meg Ryan. That's her. Martin Short. Meg Ryan. Yeah. Very underrated actress. I mean, she, in most of her roles, she just kind of played the same cutesy, flaky little girly girl, you know, even in, she was in the movie The Doors, right? Even in that, she played a bad girl at some point in the movie. Well, naughty girl. But she was still, the same character that she was in most of, was it Armed and Dangerous with John Candy and Eugene Levy? That one there, same girl. Inner Space, same girl. A lot of the things she did. The one thing that was unique about her was Joe versus the Volcano. I was mouth agape watching her in that. She did 3 different parts in that, and each part that she did was completely different from the others. She did a part where she was just normal like herself, and even that was different from all of the other roles that she had ever done. She was a different person. When she first was on screen, I'm like, who the hell is that? Oh shit, that's Meg Ryan. Oh, that's right, she does 3 roles in this. And she did 3 distinct roles. She was 3 different people in this movie. Joe versus the Volcano with Tom Hanks. Of course, Tom Hanks was just Tom Hanks. But he was the classic funny Tom Hanks, not the last 30 years of Tom Hanks that was just kind of been a bore, right? Let me go after that Oscar. Let me go after that Oscar. Let me go after that Oscar, right? I've got 2. I need another one. Give me another one. Yeah, you don't give somebody an Oscar. Some of them just turn into frickin' divas, prima donnas. Tom Hanks, his movies went from all these fun, great, happy movie, and then all of a sudden he's, Forrest Gump in Philadelphia and all of these things going out, and it's like, what happened? He's kind of tedious to watch, I don't want to see him I don't want to see him do this. Jeez. For the love of Pete. From the 80s, from the end of the 80s to the present, he's only done a couple of good roles where he's really knocked it out of the park, right? Saving Private Ryan, Castaway, and the one where he's that weird guy stuck in the airport, right? Terminal, that one. That's a good one. I don't think I've seen anything else in the last 30 years that I could add to that list. Not right offhand. There is one that is a remake of a classic, weird, sleuthy type bank robbery, casino robbery movie. Oh, what is it called? And the reason I like it is because he plays a Southern gentleman, and he's not Tom Hanks in it. And he's not going after an Oscar. He's just being silly, and that's what's great about it. Oh man, crap! What the hell is that movie called? And then there's another one where it's a time travel movie, and there's this journey through time, right? And we keep hopping around to different people in different places in time, and it's a handful of cast members who play various roles, men and women, and they keep hodgepodging together in different times, and it is the sixth something music, sixth something to do with music. Anyway, my fucking stupid brain. So there's really, for me, there's only a handful of really good Tom Hanks movies since the 80s. Everything else is mainly him trying to go after that you know. The Five Timers Club on Saturday Night Live, right? I think he's in the Five Timers Club. But he's not in the Five Timers Club in the Oscars. I don't think many people are, but he wants it. Boy, he wants it. He keeps doing these movies, you know, even the animated shit that he does. He's trying for an Oscar, you know. And I could understand where he'll look back at some of the roles he did when he was younger and think, oh my God, that is just horrible. You know, his acting in Dragnet is just abominable. It's a funny movie. Pardon me. Pardon me. But it's a funny movie. And he doesn't have to act good in that movie because it's just a slapstick funny movie. We're not looking for an Oscar in that. When he starts looking for an Oscar, we lose that Tom Hanks that, you know, is a carefree, fuck it, I'm just going to do it, Tom Hanks, right? Puts too much worry into it when he gets older. And then he just becomes tedious to watch. Just becomes a drag, you know? Oh, God, he's acting again. It's so obvious he's acting. Look, he's trying to get a fucking award. He's acting. Back, you know, Volunteers, that was a great, where he was just fucking, he was a straight guy, you know, an affluent guy from the East, and still, it was all about silly and slapstick, you know. He was the straight guy, and it was still silly and slapstick. Yeah, a lot of his early stuff is where it's at. I don't think I can go back and look at the stuff he's done in the last 30 years and pick out more than a dozen, half dozen that I would care to watch. I don't even like, oh, what is that? The one with, I want to say Sleepless in Seattle, but it's not that. Ah, done packing, huh? Did you pack too much again? Well, you're driving, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we spent extra money on gas because I packed so much. How many boots did you pack? I bet you packed at least 2, probably 3 pairs of boots. And 3 pairs of jeans. And 6 t-shirts. And an odd number of underwear. I don't know why. So you guys staying with somebody? You going to do an Airbnb or a motel room or something? Or a hotel room? We're going to pitch a tent alongside the highway with the bums. We're going to go homeless in Florida. Yeah. Only 1 pair. Ooh, only 1 pair of boots. He's cutting down, people. I bet it was hard to choose, huh? Had to color coordinate everything to 1 pair of boots. Ah, that's tough. I can't even do that. I got to have a pair of white sneakers and then a pair of colored Vans, right? Some color that's going to jibe with some of the shirts, and then the white shoes are for, of course, the other shirts. Only 2 pairs of jeans? Ah, so you're just going to hang out there. That's cool. Is he on like the coast or inland? Is he on a swamp? You going to look out for gators? That's gator. Because, you know, that's a thing there. That's a thing. Totally, man. Ask her, so what time are you leaving? Taking off. 'cause, yeah, man. It's like already 9 o'clock there. Orlando, okay, there you go. Bitchin'. Yeah, I don't know where my friend is. I'm not, well, actually, I do. It's my book of donors. Jacksonville. She's in Jacksonville. I guess that's where all the Jacksons live. I'm just saying, you know, Jackson 5000. Absolutely. I can dig it. Can you dig it? I can dig it. When Jacob wakes up, what a bum. Jeez, so about noon. Jeez, kids. So you've probably already had breakfast and you've packed and you got the car gassed up. I mean, shit. What's he gonna do? He's probably gonna get in the car and sleep anyway. Just kick him and tell him, get in the fucking car. Let's go. You're holding me up. Right? So you're both gonna drive, right? So that's cool. Right? How do you do that? Well, you sit on his lap and then you both drive. You can do the pedals, you can steer. It'll be fun. Yeah, we both drove down here. Here's some pictures. You guys are weird. Is he going to sleep that much longer? Jeez, you get to take a nap before he wakes up? My goodness. That would be wise. Well, the sun's just coming up over here. The sky is orange. It is an orange sky. Like my cup. Looks like my cup. Yep. Baby. I think I love you and your big nose. Oh, wait. Oh, baby, I think I love you and your big toes. Wait, no, that's not it either. I was going to go with a really, really bad one, but I stopped myself. Thankfully. Oh, is it an old school Polaroid or one of those new ones? My daughter's got, we got one of the new ones that puts out the little skinny ones. That's cool. I've got 2 Polaroids, but they're from the 70s and 80s. I need to try to get them film. I don't know if they're doing, I saw a Polaroid on a commercial that looks just like my Polaroids. So, at some point I need to find out if I can get film for those, you know? Because old stock probably won't work. The battery is built into the film, so it has to have a charged battery or it doesn't even work. So, yeah. Let me know what you know about Polaroids. Because I've got my father's old Polaroid, and I've got a newer old Polaroid, which means my father's is from the 70s, and I've got one that's like from the late 70s or early 80s. Let me grab one, in fact. Aha. This is it. I don't know which one this one is. I think this one is my father's. I have 2 of them, and I think this one is my father's model. The one that he had forever. It's still in good, really good condition. I'm hoping that if I find film with the charged battery in it, that I can actually use it. Ah, here we go. There's a photo from Joey, a photo of his camera. Wow, that is a nice Polaroid. That is beautiful. Yeah, it's a lot different from mine. They still make films for the old one, all right. And you're missing film. Yeah, brothers, you know. Fucking brothers. I know punk bitch, I know punk bitch. Yeah, so I got 2 of these puppies, and I'm really excited about being able to take one with me when I go places. Especially like a party or a get-together or something. Open mic night. This would be great. Yeah. Because it's old school, and I would prefer to have this and a watch, you know, and a flip phone that has no camera or nothing on it. You know, that would be me. In fact, you know, my wife and daughter both have phones. What the hell do I need a phone for, right? I'm just going to hang up my phone. There you go. I'm just going to hang up my phone. I'm over it. I am over it. Totally and completely over phones. The main reason I'm on my old phone, it doesn't even have a phone on it, is because I just use it as a monitor to watch my live stuff. The other phone, as you can hear, dings once in a while and sends me messages. The same messages that my wife gets. At this point, the only reason I have the need for an actual phone is for this t-shirt stuff and messages from friends, and that's it. Your Polaroid is from the 90s? Wow. 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 Oh, that was a long blink. That was a long blink. It doesn't matter what camera I have over there. I think it's the cable that is the long blink. I think. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Well, we're almost halfway through the show this morning. I don't think my wife's going to be up until later. She doesn't have anything important going on today. I think she's going to go over to see a friend if she's up for it. Yesterday, she sewed all day. She just stayed home and ate chicken noodle soup and sewed on her sewing machine. Every year she makes pot holders. She knits one side of a pot holder and then picks out fabric to complement the knitted yarn on one side. She'll do a bunch of different colors of these little squares and create pot holders. Put a pad inside, put a knitted side and a fabric side with a nice pattern and decoration, and she'll make a bunch of pairs of the same colors. And so yesterday she put together about, 8 pairs or something, which was really cool because my daughter helped her pick out the colors, and just by coincidence, all of the colors she picked out are 70s colors. This oranges and yellows and browns and reds and stuff. I'm like, it's like looking at a Burger King commercial, right? Those lines, whoosh, 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 those are total 70s colors. I couldn't get it to fit. Yeah, well, that would have been cool if you could have brought your Polaroid. It would have been neat if I had mine working. Totally. I need to get to Walgreens and have some photographs printed. Psst. Shh. Stop licking. You get to make a wet spot. Yeah. I want to get some frames and some photos and get my wall decorated. Maybe I'll do that the next day that my wife is off. We'll pull everything off of those two walls over there, and she can help me redecorate them with just family stuff, family and friends. And then I'll put weird photos in here of studio stuff. Go lay down. Go to bed. On the couch. Jump on the couch. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. You big face. You big face. Get up there and lay down. Get up there and lay down. Clickety, clackety, clickety, clackety, clickety, clackety. Totally.
Totally, man.
Yeah, usually what I do is I take my father's advice, and if ever there's something really bothersome that you have to do that is really difficult to do or deal with or think about, and you don't want to psych yourself out over it, his thing was to just put it out of your head, not think about it, don't dwell on it, think about something else, just literally put it out of your head. And if you can do that and then only worry about it at the last second when it's too late to worry, so there's no time to worry at that point. And that's kind of what I do. I try to just, if it pops into my head, I just push it away and leave it alone. I don't dwell on it, I don't think about it, I don't conjure up other thoughts to go along with that little thought that pops into my head. I just ignore it, think about something else, put something else in my head. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, I have to worry about it. I won't leave my head. I have to keep thinking about it. And they just work themselves up into a fucking frothy mess, And then by the time they get to whatever it is they have to do that's making them go crazy, they're just a basket case, right? Right? So I just don't do that. And then you go outside. Thanks, Freddie. All right, I'm coming. Just stay there. Just stay there, boss. Just stay there, boss. All right, no wedgie, no wedgie, no wedgie. No wedgie. Hi, Sam. You just stay there. You're good. Just stay there. I know. You probably bonked your head on my easel here. Oh, my buddy. What a good boy. You're such a good boy, son. Did you know that? Did you know that you're the best buddy in the whole wide world? The best buddy. Yes, you are. With those sweet little lips. Sweet little lips. Fuzzy little face. Fuzzy little face. Oh. All right, enough of that. Yes, I love my dog. I love my dog. I love all of my dogs. And down he goes. There's nowhere to go. I don't want to open another door, Sam. Get a drink of water and come back, okay? There's no open doors. Don't make me open a door. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. When you set your arm or your leg or something on something that leaves a crease in your leg, oh man, I hate that. It makes my leg itch. Something poking into you leaves a big dent, big welt or crease, and then the blood starts to move back into it, and it starts to poof back up, and it starts to itch. Maybe it's just me. It's just you. Oh, well, in that case, come on, Sam. Come on. I don't want to open a door. Come on. She'll be back in. Come on. No, I'm not getting up until she comes back in. Come on. Why they gotta torture me like this? Oh, because I haven't built doggy doors yet. I'm going to start with my door. What I got going on today? I could probably do something like that today, right? I'd like to get this TV over here so I can look right at it, right? That would be classic. That would be great. So I can be here working, doing my stuff. I'm going to take a break and sit and watch the movie. I can access my stereo from right there. I can swing this other TV around, but it's got mostly new stuff on it, right? Come here, Sam. Come here. Just wait until she comes back, Sam. Come on. Come on. Just, Sam, come here. Psst. Oh, tedious. Totally. Totally. For that TV, it's going to have to be a little shelf. It's going to have to be a shelf in that corner. Right? Just below my Over the Edge movie poster. And just above my laptop. That's it. I thought about doing something here with the camera, and that might be an idea. If maybe I'll bring in another little TV and put it here, and then I can use this one for something different, right? And then when I want to watch a movie, I can have it here or here. I could do that. I could do that. I can do that. I think I've got an audio video mixer I could use. You, buddy? You want to come over here? Are you going to come sit with Sam? Oh, okay. All right. What you got? Okay, so I've got to finish off my video time machine. I did work on it last night. I gathered up, I think I got enough elements to create a show. So now I just need to create a show. I've got a file started. I've got a lot of the elements in there. I started with the first couple of segments. Now I'm into flipping through channels. So I need to do my flipping through channels section. Yeah, it's going to be commercials, and then flip through some channels and look at some movie trailers and some news and some other weird shit, and then flip back to commercials, and then get back to the show and finish the show off. And that's pretty much a video time machine. Yeah. Keep it simple. Keep a simple formula. Try to stick to it. Try to find the elements to fit the recipe, the formula. And that's it. So hopefully I can knock that out. I guess I should try to find these two elements here. And p.m. I need to package a couple of shirts for Tiff. Hi. Sam, are you going to hang out in here or are you going to go back to bed? Yeah. There we go. All right, let me check this mutt. What do you want? Yeah, Sam didn't make it into bed the first attempt. Flipped out sideways. There we go. All right, man. Take it easy. Peace, love. Have a good, safe, fun trip. Keep me posted. Send me some photos. All right, man. Love you, brother. Take care. Talk to you soon, hopefully. I'll be doing this again tomorrow morning, and that's it. On for a while, so contact me via telephone. Adios. Woohoo. Arg. Arg. All right, let's see, where was I? A list. A list. A lisp. I've got a lisp. Oh, I need to try to get over to, if my wife goes to her friends today, I don't want to go over there to spend the whole day over there. I'm going to need to be over there for about 15 or 20 minutes to adjust a gate so that it's settled now. So it's got a little bit of a sag, so I need to adjust it. I don't want to put a turnbuckle on it, but I guess it's possible I might have to. Because it is a gate. Essentially, it's built out of many pieces, so it has the potential to sag and come out of square a little bit. So I may just adjust the hinges, disconnect 3 screws from a hinge, fill the screws full of a whole glue, and maybe like a golf tee or something, toothpicks, fill it in, and then move the hole over and hopefully get away with something like that. Fill the hole in so that it doesn't just pull the screw toward the other hole, right? So we'll see. I'll have to check it out. It might be a combination of adjusting the gate up a little bit and in on the top hinge and adjusting the latch up a little bit. So try to accommodate both. A little bit here, a little bit there. So we'll do that. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm getting tired of that. Maybe I'll be tired of this too. I'll be tired of this for a while. Who knows, after a couple of weeks of edibles, I may just be like, well, fuck smoking. Who knows? Sure would be nice. I'd like to have new teeth and come back to singing without having a scraggly throat all the time. And I've been smoking for a good number of years. Most of my life, in fact. Whether it be pot or cigarettes, I've been smoking one or the other or both. So I guess it wouldn't hurt to stop completely. Just looking at some other little things here that I neglected to find for the time machine. What I like to do is, if I'm watching movies here, because most of the stuff I watch is 70s and 80s, I'll try to find those movies in a movie trailer and put that on the video time machine. Because the video time machine, the channel, everything is kind of taking a time journey with me. So why not? Why not? Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. There you have it. There it is, right there in front of you. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. That's what. Why? Because I say so. Pan con queso. That's like, tortillas and salsa. Bread and butter. Bread and butter. Remember when people used to say bread and butter when something would pass between them when they were walking? Be walking along and somebody would walk between, or they'd walk, but each one would walk on the other side of something, and as they walk past with something between them, they would say bread and butter. I don't know where that came from. I'm sure somebody could look that up and find. I might look it up and find it if I remember to. I probably actually have it in a book. I've got some weird crazy man trivia books that I could check. One of the things I wanted to do was get enough bookshelves in here to put some of my weird. Yeah, there's a super trivia book back there. Let me grab it. Here we go. Crazy man. Crazy man. He's a crazy man. Crazy man. He's a crazy man. Astro, the Jetsons' family dog. TV cartoon series, The Jetsons. Voice is Don Mezix. Astrodome, roofed athletic stadium in Houston, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't even remember what I was thinking about. What was I thinking about? Crazy man, he's a crazy man. Do another hit, that ought to help. Totally lost it. I'm running out of coffee here. I imagine my wife's not going to drink coffee again for the third day in a row, so I'm going to go make another cup. had to go to the kitchen to find my answer. Bread and butter. Bread and butter, that's what I was thinking about. Will this book have bread and butter in it? It's not a cookbook, dipshit. There's a B. There's a BR. It's not in here. This is people and things, breadfruit trees. Brady Bunch. It's got the list of actors. Bozo. Adams' 500-pound pet grizzly bear on the life and times of Grizzly Adams. Ben, in the TV series, the part is played by Ben. So in the 1975 movie, it's Bozo. After that, they actually use a bear called Ben. There you go. It's also a popular clown of the 1950s. I don't see anything on bread and butter, though. There we go. That's Brother, Can You Spare a Dime? A theme song of the Depression, written in 1932 by Jay Gorney. Lyrics by E.Y. Harburg. There's a lot of weird stuff in this. Missions of California. From south to north. Wow. That is so cool. San Juan Capistrano is the third mission. Sonoma, California in 1823. San Francisco, Solano. Wow, that's quite a stretch. Absolutely, that's quite a distance there. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21 missions, really? Ooh, Mystery Girl is the name of Victoria Barclay's horse in the TV series The Big Valley. Ooh, I didn't know that. Mystery Girl. Oh my God! Monopoly, real estate board game. It actually gives prices of real estate. Oh, and a British version with the rent. Look at that. The Monster. The Monster. Moonlight Serenade, Glenn Miller. Moons, a whole list of moons. No, because this is wrong. These planetary moons. They're listing them by name, but I know for certain that some of these planets now, we know that they have like dozens of moons, right? Right? 8 others all numbered. Yeah, there you go. That's Jupiter. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 8 was 12. Yeah. See, there we go. That's closer. J.P. Morgan. American Financier. Yeah. Oh, baby. Musketeers. Look at all these musketeers. Oh my gosh. Cheryl, Bobby, Annette, Karen, Chubby. Is a drummer with the Carpenters. Wow. Is a drummer with the Carpenters. This has got to be an old fucking book. 1977 copyright. first edition in 74. Yeah, they probably didn't change a couple of things. Because by 79, when did she die? Right? When did Karen Carpenter pass away? Well, let's look in this book here and see if we can find her name. Carpenter. A B C C C C A C A R C A R C A R. We're looking for C A R. There it is. C A R C A R P C A R P. Capulet. Elemental P. Carpenters. Karen, Richard, singing team. So apparently, they're still alive at this point. So there you go. Cartwrights living in on Nevada Ranch. TV series Bonanza. Wives of Ben Cartwright. Elizabeth Stoddard, mother of Adam, married in Boston, played by Geraldine Brooks. Inger Borstrom, mother of Eric Haas, played by Inga Svensson. Marie, mother of Joe, married in New Orleans from a previous marriage. Marie had the son named Clay, who was Joe's half-brother, played by Felicia Farr. The guy's name was Felicia. Ben's brother, Will, is played by Guy Williams. Guy Williams. Absolutely. That's crazy. Absolutely. Catwoman. Of course we know who Catwoman is. You dumb bastards. You dumb shit. I better stir this. Judy Garland. She died in 69. Wow. Frances Gum was her real name. Best known as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Greer Garson, when accepting her Oscar for the Best Actress of 1942, Mrs. Miniver. That's a great movie. Had a dog named Miniver. She gave an acceptance speech which lasted over 30 minutes. Henceforth, acceptance speeches were limited to a much shorter period. Wow. She did it, huh? Ruined it for everybody. She just could not shut up. I wonder what she prattled on about, right? Gazoo, Fred and Barney's little friend from the planet Zetox, who is always trying to perform good deeds on the TV series The Flintstone. The voice is Harvey Korman. I didn't know he was the voice of the great Gazoo. Gen 2, the automobile license plate of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. A magical Paragon. Panther. Paragon Panther automobile. Wow. Ian Fleming wrote the novel. Ian Fleming, James Bond writer. That's crazy. Let's just poke around some more. Here we go into a J. The John Birch Society, named after United States missionary and intelligence officer killed in 1945 by Chinese communists. Founded by Robert Welch, retired candy manufacturer. December 9th, 1958, John Birch Society. So I guess that had nothing to do with the trees then. Ooh, John Carter, Adventures of the Confederate Captain John Carter on the planet Mars, Barsoom. Martian series created by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Debut novel, A Princess of Mars, became a comic strip by John Burroughs. Edgar's son debut on December 7th, 1941. Wow, no wonder it was forgotten about. Wow. I remember having a copy of that book. The Princess of Mars, A Princess of Mars. Maybe I still do have it somewhere in a box. I'm going to have to start digging, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Senor Wences, hand puppet, appeared in 1947 movie Mother Wore Tights. Is that right? 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 Yeah. Hey. Hey. How's it going? Is that right? Is that right? There you go. Johnny Appleseed. Appy Johnelseed. We don't want to find out about him. Freak. Jojo the Dog-Faced Boy exhibited in the United States in 1885. Real name Theodore Peteroff. Wow. You know, and other stuff, Jolly Green Giant, Jolly Roger, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. You know, it's got a bunch of stuff in here. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. Look, it's got 3 Josephines here. Right? The Widow of Alexander, late actress and author Jacqueline Susan's pet, and female plumber in TV Comet Cleanser commercials, played by Jane Withers. Josephine. Oh, there you go. Okay. Let's get out of the J's and go to the little L's here, because it's a lot of littles. It goes from one page to the next to another. So it's got 3 pages of little. Let's go through the little. Little Annie Fanny, Little Annie Rooney, Little Audrey, Little Beaver, Navajo Indian sidekick of Red Rider, Little Bend. In fact, let's start at the beginning again. Little Annie Fanny, very sexy heroine appearing in comic strips and adventures, 1962. Playboy. Little Annie Rooney, a cartoon strip from 1929. Little Beaver, Navajo Indian sidekick of Red Rider from the radio. Little Bend, Texas, home of the Maverick Brothers TV series Maverick. Little Black Sambo, Black Jumbo was his father, Black Mumbo his mother. Racist stuff, that's what that is. Little Boy, code name for the 10,000-pound atomic bomb. Ooh. Little Boys, made of frogs and snails and puppy dogs' tails. Little Brown Jug, trophy awarded to the winner of the annual Minnesota-Michigan football game. Little Caesar, Caesar Enrico Bandello, gangster from 1930. Little Church of the Flower, Hollywood church where Father Divine broadcasts. Lou Ayres, Ginger Rogers, okay. Back in those days. Little Corporal, nickname of Napoleon Bonaparte. Oh, great. Little Egypt. Your period? No. A pseudonym for Catherine Devine, who danced at the Chicago World's Fair in 1893. Okay. Little Feather, Sacheen Little Feather, woman who announced at the 1972 Academy Awards Marlon Brando. Right? She accepted it and said, "This sucks." Real name Maria Cruz. She was not a Native American. Little girls made of sugar and spice and everything nice. So we went from the boys to the... see, there you go. Little Green Sprout, the Jolly Green Giant's little helper. Little Jinx, mischievous little girl who is forever tormenting her father in the Archie comics. Little John, one of Robin Hood's men. Little League of World Series, we know what that is. Little Lord Fauntleroy, a character from the story of Francis Hodgson's Burnett's heir to the whatever. Little Lulu, girlfriend of Tubby, and Little Lulu. Little Mermaid, we know who that is. Little Nellie, James Bond's somebody in You Only Live Twice, right? Let's see. Little Nemo, Small King, who spends a great amount of time in Slumberland. Ooh, nice. Little Old Winemaker, Italian-Swiss colony character. Title of a Dean Martin song. Little Orphan Annie, we know who she is. Little People, of course, Little Orphan Annie first came about in 1924 in a news comic strip. Little People, little armless, legless wooden dolls, Fisher-Price toys. I think they turned them into Weeble Wobbles or something. Oh no, those are the little people that just stick into the little holes and the little Fisher-Price things. Okay. The Little Rascals, Our Gang comics from 1938. Little red-haired girl, girl Charlie Brown is in love with. Yeah. Little Richard, rock and roll singer. Little Theater of Times off Times Square. Littleton, USA. Fictitious setting of the stories of Aunt Jenny. Little Tough Guys group formed from Dead End Kids. The Little Tramp, nickname of Charles Chaplin. Little Tyke, Big Spike's son, Bulldog Comics. Littleville, Tailspin, Tommy's hometown. 3 Point Airport is where he learned to fly. Tailspin Tommy. Little White Dove, Running Bear's Little Indian Maiden, the song Running Bear by Johnny Preston. Little Wise Guys, crime-fighting kids, Meatball, Scarecrow, Pee-wee, Jock from the comic series. Their mentor is the Daredevil. And that's all for Little. Loki, Thor's brother, and arch enemy in the comic books. Lollipops, Tootsie Pops. Ooh, that's cool. And I'm going to set this aside. And there we go. Look at that, 7 o'clock. I got about an hour left to drink coffee and smoke weed. And then, no more and then, I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to start my day. I don't think I want to go anywhere. In fact, I'm fairly certain I don't want to go anywhere today. I think at about noon I am going to start cooking dinner because I am going to make some sautéed steak meat that I am going to want to simmer forever so it just melts in your mouth. And then I have to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with it. I may do steak tacos. So I'll have my wife bring home the rest of the fixins for tacos and do some really righteous steak tacos. Oh my God. Hold on a second. Yeah, that was my wife, of course. She was supposed to get up this morning. So I made the boo-boo. I should have listened to the alarm. That's why it's there. All right, microphone will be off and on. Because, you know, ¿por qué no me levantes? Why didn't you wake me? I don't know. Because I'm a boob. Boob. Boobies. Boobies, boobies, boobies. Boobies, boobies, boobies. Totally. 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 All right, let's see. I am going to work on videos, uploading. Let me take a look here at my schedule and see what I'm uploading. So while I'm doing Dimension X uploads here, I have to start creating some more Philip Marlowe episodes for upload. So I need to make like at least a half a dozen of those to put me out a couple of months, because those are monthly. At some point I need to think about a new morning 8 o'clock show, because I'm going to run out of Dimension X's real soon. So I think because I already have Escape, I'm going to make a bunch of Escape and then put something in the Escape slot that I've already got kind of warmed up. Tales of the Texas Rangers would be good, right? I like adventure shows. Comedy shows are all right, but comedy shows tend to do a lot of variety and music and stuff, and let's listen to her sing, and then I get hit with a copyrighted song or some crap, you know. So I don't do Jack Benny, because damn it, Dennis Day is always crooning some fucking song, and a lot of that shit is just the copyrights on it are crazy. Back in a flash. And there we have it. Nope. Go to the couch. Go lay down. Good girl. Come on. Come on in here. There you go. Come on up here. Come on. Psst, psst. Big face. Come on. She's going to drive me nuts for the last half hour here. Okay. She's going to go to my bed then. There you go. There you have it. No. Click, 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 click. Maybe if I just ignore her, she'll go lay down somewhere. Hey, alright. On the couch. She can never get too far from me. I don't know what I did to deserve that. The only guy in the house, I guess. Since she's a guy's dog. Yeah. It is rather annoying. Sometimes. You just want to, you know, I go up into the next room and come back, and before I can even turn around to come back, I'm stepping on the dog because she's at my heels, following me to the next room. Where you going? Are you coming back? How long are you gonna be? It's like, give me a break, dog. Please. Please. Can you please just go lay down? That's all I'm asking. Quit following me around the frickin' house. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's bad enough I gotta be doggy doorman, you know, for the first part of my day, and then throughout the whole day. No, to have a shadow constantly following me around. Click, 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 click. Get away from me. Stop it. Sick of it. Can I just walk through the house alone once, please? I mean, even Sam and the other dogs don't follow me around. Unless, you know, they think I'm going to give them something. It's ridiculous. Once again, I don't know where that came from. I've only had her a couple of years. So, I think it's going to be breakfast this morning, and then before I even get into that, I'll start with the Dimension X upload. Figure out what I'm going to start, probably Philip Marlowe's, because that's the next thing I need, and create as many Philip Marlowe's as I can. Out. Since they're a monthly, I only have to go out about 6 episodes. Even though with the other shows I've been doing twice as much as that. I'd really like to get months and months and months out. I guess eventually when I up my limit of uploading, when I get that raised, I think then I'll probably try to accommodate that. What I need is a desktop computer with both of these laptops networked into it so that I can pull files from either laptop and then use the desktop computer solely for uploading and just have that puppy uploading stuff constantly. Figure out what my limit is and then put that many to upload all at once. Get them going and then just leave it. Come back later, make some adjustments and move on. That'd be great. Gonna order teeth today. Today's the day. This evening, when everybody's home and we can sit around and I can get their input and their help, you know, with reviews and company crap and ordering and shipping and all that crap. Because I'm usually the guy to go to, but I want to have other eyes on this, since it's, you know, kind of important. But, you know, like I said, I just kind of put that shit out of my head and not think about it until it's too late. And there you go. And then just, like I tell my daughter, just, you know, deal with what you got to deal with. Don't concern yourself with, you know, building up a bunch of unnecessary emotion behind things, you know. Because we have a tendency to do that, she and I. We get over-emotional about stuff. So that's one thing that we really, really have in common, is that we're both very emotional. I try to hide it, which has led to my lifelong depression. She is able to express emotion easily, which really helps her and really helps me, because I know that she's a lot happier and healthier mentally than I was at her age. And staying in school and staying focused on something and doing stuff for yourself, that's a lot of feel good right there. So she's got that going on, and that's important. I didn't have that when I was her age, you know. I didn't have a lot of that feel good stuff. Yep. Get off of there. Get off of there. There we go. I'm probably going to worry about uploads on this computer first this morning, because once those are done, I can have the rest of the day into the night to work on the video time machine. I should be able to finish that off in a couple of hours and get it uploaded this evening and get it checked, so that it should be ready by tomorrow evening if I've got to do any adjustments. Switch uploading over to this one and upload a couple of things. And when I'm done with video time machines, I can then work on the next 5 education films for that next week. The week of the 23rd is what I'll be working on next. And get all of the regular programming done, and then just work on the weekly program guide and the video time machine when I get to that time of the week. And then, of course, I've got to tidy this place up, just in case I get a house guest later today, which would be really, really nice. So I'm going to try to put this place together the best I can, so I can have him or them here for a little while and talk video stuff, talk music stuff, show them what I've got, show them my ideas for what shots we need to do next, maybe give them an idea of what I want them to shoot, and then kind of send them out to do stuff. You know, it's kind of neat to send husband and wife out to do stuff together. Okay, here's your homework. You know, go out and do this together. Here's your project. So that'll be kind of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be neat. So I'm going to get the place tidied up and feeling good and dusted, and then, you know, make sure I've got ice and cold drinks and snacks, and try to work on my video stuff here and getting the place cleaned up and working on a project. I want to get a doggy door, at least in my room, done, because that'll take care of at least half the problem for now. And then once I get that figured out, then I can do my daughter's really easily and get a double doggy door thing going on my room, her room. You know, they can come out and kind of go back and forth and do whatever they want. And we won't have to get up and down all the time, you know. And I think I'm going to just do a piece of yoga mat, black yoga mat hanging on one side of the doggy door, just inside the opening. So it just touches the sides and just touches the bottom and is hinged, kind of hanging, right? And then the same thing on the other side, so it's got dual flappage, right? And then inside the dual flaps, I'm going to hang some strips of yoga mat, thicker, heavier yoga mat, in kind of a sound buffering pattern, so that it's not an open hole on your door where people can listen to what's going on, but it actually has sound buffering. So I'm going to do that and make sure that is cool. And I'll figure that out with my door and get that worked out. So then when I transfer that to hers, it'll be easy peasy. It'll take me less time, pull her door off, repeat what I did on my door, rather than go, how do I, what? Right? Ooh, I just got a bit of the hungries. I don't know that I want a lot of food right now. I may just have a buttered up English muffin, maybe with a little peanut butter and honey on it or something, and some juice, and kind of work up to lunch, right? And then have something right before I start cooking at about noon. And then depending on when my friends come by, there might be food. There might be some food. So yeah. They're early birds, so they're probably up and out and doing stuff already. You know, like my wife. And could call or stop by at any time if they're so inclined. But I don't have too much longer here. And then I'm going to get up and get my act together and get my stuff rolling here, get some food in me, some kind of media pumping in here to get me motivated. And then start cleaning up. Clean up the living room and kitchen and get everything tidied up, looking good, smelling good, feeling good. And then if nothing has happened yet, then while continuing to do saving and uploading and stuff here, I'll start working on a project, pop my door off and take it outside and put it on a sawhorse and figure out, probably take some measurements of the dogs first so I know how, I want it pretty low because Tootsie's pretty short and I don't want her to have to, she'll jump through, she's not going to step through, she always jumps. She jumps upstairs and then jumps the last 2 stairs. So going through a doggy door, she jumps through. So I need to make it as low as possible for her, probably 1.5 inches, and then it's got to be tall enough that our tallest dog doesn't have to squish through, right? So tall and skinny. That's it. Tall and skinny doors. Get it figured out, and then once I got my door done, it'll be a snap to do hers. I'll have to talk her into it. My initial plan was to do my doggy door in our bedroom that goes outside into their doghouse and then down onto a porch and spiraling down into the yard. My initial plan was to have them come in and have a doggy door go into my daughter's room, right from there, through the wall, into my daughter's room, and have a doggy door going out into the rest of the house through our bedroom door, right? And then I decided, you know what, it's just going to be easier just to do doggy doors on the doors. And these are crappy doors anyway, so it's not like I'm cutting holes in really righteous doors. I'd like to build some doors. If I was gonna, like, build my own house, I'd like to build the doors too from scratch. Find some really nice wood, plane it, you know, angle it, route it, do all this stuff, jig it so that it all fits together real snug, and create some really nice panel doors. That'd be cool. Something different, you know. I'd like different types of doors. If I was going to do a really big house, I think I would have different doors on each room to signify that this is a room that's happening with, you know, whatever, you know. I think like a regular, like, metal door, metal ribbed and got rivets and stuff and all rusty and, you know, got a nice patina on it and it's all clear coated, and have a nice portal, a nice big round metal glass portal on it, you know. That'd make for a nice door in a house. And then next to it, have a wooden, big heavy duty double wooden doors, like mission church doors, big giant heavy thick wood, you know, with slots in them for guns and arrows to shoot through, you know, something different on each, and then each room, just make it crazy different. Why have each room in your house the same, right? You go into one room with the double doors, and you go in and it's just all wood, and it's 2.5 stories high inside of one room, you know, with a balcony that goes around, and a net hanging way up high. I mean, that would be just awesome. That would be spectacular. But I got, you know, one of those weird imaginations, so. A room that's 3 stories high in its interior and has a crow's nest and feels like you're in a pirate ship, right? Arr, that would be great. I was just thinking, what if the house, this 3-story room in the house, was set off on one corner of the house, and then it was separate unto itself and sat upon a jig that allowed it to rock slightly back and forth, right? And then had counterweights on it that moved to make this room 3 stories tall that feels and looks like a ship, to have it rock back and forth, just ever so slightly, ever so slowly, like it's on the ocean, right? Wouldn't that be a great feature to have in a home? And then maybe have an entire room that's built on a turnstile, so that with a flip of a switch, you can set this room spinning very slowly, so that as you're looking at doorways, the doorways shrink as other ones grow, right? And allow you access to different parts of the house in different ways, right? That would be weird, man. All of a sudden a little doorway pops up for only a few seconds, and you gotta shoot through, and then into a little passageway, and then you just pop in at the other end of the room. What the hell? Yeah, I would have made a great architect had I got into architecture. I think from the things I experienced growing up and my weird imagination, I think I would have made a great architect. I'm not talking about those guys who like build houses upside down, you know, or do all shiny aluminum buildings that look like a wave, you know, like the Walt Disney concert hall thing in Anaheim there. But I think I would have come up with some really bizarre stuff. take just totally fantastic ideas and turn them into, actual building structures. Totally. Of domes, right? A bunch of domes with little tunnels connecting to like a space, like what they say is on the moon, right? They say that up on the moon, inside of a crater, is exactly that, domes, and we're just not allowed to see it, right? So, uh-oh. Am I back? I'm back, baby. I'm back. No, really. I'm back. I'm watching myself glitch over here. The computer's trying to catch up. There we go. Now I'm live. All right. There we go. It must have been I was talking about those space bases on the dark side of the moon, right? And I'm looking at my thing here, seeing if I'm going to get canceled again. Oh my gosh. The algorithm said, don't talk about that, man. I was just watching a show or listening to a radio show this morning that was exactly that, the Man in the Moon, about a rogue organization of scientists and gangsters who set up a base on the moon, on the far side of the moon, just on the edge, right? And we're doing stuff there and trying to figure out how to take over the world from the moon. But they were mining and doing scientific stuff, and yeah, that's crazy. So all of the people a lot of the important people being kidnapped from around the world were being shuffled off to the moon for this secret moon base, right? Probably not far from the truth, to be honest. There probably is something like that going on, right? I wouldn't put it past anybody with the power and the finances to do that. Totally. Well, it looks like my technical difficulties weren't long enough to keep me from finishing up my show today. It seems like I got these third hour technical difficulties. The TDs, man. I'm getting the TDs. So, thank goodness that's over. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to get my act together here and try to get... try to get